Hey guys, last summer the AC stopped working on our 25-year-old 3rd gen 4Runner. The compressor was still turning, so we suspected it was probably low on refrigerant. So this summer, with another hot day upon us, I decided to try a little DIY experiment. I'm going to show you what we did, and stick around to the end because I'll give you a 2-week after update on whether this actually worked. So I'm connecting to the low pressure port. You don't want to mess with the high pressure side, so that's why the cap was taken off there with the L on it. And I've got the can connected, and with my son helping out here. So I first want to get an idea of what the pressure is in the system before we add anything. And keep in mind, I'm not an air conditioning technician. I'm just a guy on the internet who works on his cars. I've done a few of these successfully though, so I'm going to show you what I did on this particular Toyota. So we're getting a pretty low reading, 3 to 5 pounds. It's basically out of refrigerant. So next we're going to start turning the valve and cranking this up to get the pressure happening. And so you can see it jumped up right away there. So at first the gauge is bouncing around a little, and we'll let it stabilize, add a little more, and then close the valve and watch the gauge. So just to make sure we're not overfilling, I've closed the can off. But already it jumped. You can see the static pressure jumped 10 pounds just from having it open a little bit. And so that's good. We don't want to overfill it at all. If you end up overfilling, the air conditioning can actually stop working, and you also can't really release the refrigerant into the air. So don't overfill it. Can's cold. We only used less than 1 full can, and even though the gauge was bouncing around for a bit, it's stabilized now, and you can see it squarely in the green there. Let's go counterclockwise all the way, and let's see what reading we get when it's off. This counterclockwise would mean the can's not pressurizing it anymore. It's going down, so what does it say? 30. Let me see if it's cooling off in here. Okay, so he said it was at 30 or 33, and we're in the bottom part of the green zone, so we're going to leave it. Okay, so after connecting one end to the can and then the coupler to the low pressure port, so we're just barely in the full range, but we're nowhere in the danger zone. And that's how I want it. I don't want it overfilled. So next is a part I think a lot of videos miss, and that's showing you the temperature inside the car. It's hot. It's 93 degrees outside. It was 100 earlier today, and now we're going to test the temperature inside the car. So we'll let that sit for a minute. You can see the temperature's going down. A really good operating air conditioner will be in the 50s. So here's the air temperature now in the car. And we're going to put this one over here. So it is definitely, this one's even more accurate. Wow, I love how the temperature reading jumped over 20 degrees instantly when it went in the vent. Right, so it's blown in the 50s already. This one's taking a little longer to catch up because that's just the type of thermometer it is, but right now this thing's blowing good. And it might even blow colder when we're up to over 1500 RPM. So go ahead and can you rev the engine a little bit? We'll see if this goes colder. So yeah, try to hold it at least 1500, 2000. Yep, sure enough. There it goes, 54. We're in good shape. So it did work, and hopefully there's not a major leak. Hopefully we can just drive this thing for a while without having to do this again, but it's nice and cool in here. See that? Did you?
Yeah.
Alright, so we're going to disconnect everything, and pretty good result. Got this one closed. Counterclockwise is off. Just reach down, and do you know how to pull that coupler off?
Yeah, you just pull up and then lift.
Yeah, the sleeve. You have to move the sleeve first. Good job, son. All right.
Well, we did it. Worked now.
So we did this the beginning of the month, and it is now middle of the month. I wanted to wait 2 weeks just to make sure we had a solid update, and the AC is blowing perfectly just like it did after we did the repair. So whatever leak was here must be small, and I'm happy with it. So remember, I'm not an AC technician, but just a couple things before I let you go. Just wear eye protection, protect your skin, follow the instruction on the refrigerant you're using. I'm just showing you what worked on my 4Runner, and apparently it worked. So thanks for watching. We've got other videos on Toyota, including radiator, alternator, timing stuff. And drop me a comment. Let me know how your car's running, and I'll see you next time.